Hello there, friends. It's Lynn. Welcome to the Health and Fitness Motivation Podcast, produced by moi, Couch to Active. Hey, today we're going to talk about being your own hero. And what I mean by that is sometimes we do some self-sabotaging, self-limiting behavior that we don't even realize we do. And when somebody else comes in and points it out and, taps you on the shoulder and smiles and says, hey, you've got more power than you realize. Sometimes that's just all we need to get our motivation up and running again. So today I'm calling it Be Your Own Hero. Because sometimes we do. We wait for other people to essentially give us permission to live our own lives. So this episode is for you. If you find yourself waiting for somebody else to give you permission, waiting for somebody else to come up to you and say, hey, you can do this. You really can do this thing for yourself in your life. Or maybe you need to be your own hero if you find yourself waiting for everybody else in your household to make the weekend plans. What's the hubby doing? What's my partner doing this weekend? What are my kids doing? What does my kids have going on? And then after everybody else has their plans for the weekend figured out first, and then you do your chores, then maybe you'll start thinking about doing something for yourself, like exercise or meal planning or spending a little extra time at the grocery store to make sure you pick not just healthy foods, but healthy foods you enjoy. Here's another one. When was the last time you spent any money on your own health and fitness? Now, I know I'm always preaching there's free things to do, but sometimes we lean on that a little too hard. And sometimes a little something like a nice new pair of yoga pants or a new pair of tennis shoes or a new piece of equipment really can be motivating. That, of course, we know in and of itself doesn't motivate you for the rest of your life. Darn it, wouldn't it be that easy? But maybe you need to really think about, can I spend a little money on myself here? Grocery shopping. Are you one of those people that goes to the grocery store and thinks about everybody else first? Now, this doesn't apply to folks who are single, because if you're truly grocery shopping for yourself, then you're thinking of yourself when you grocery shop. But I used to make the mistake all the time of thinking, what would my kids like to eat? What would my partner like to eat? What would blah, 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 blah. By the time I get that done, I have no energy left for myself to decide what would I like to eat. So maybe I need to be my own hero in thinking about what would I enjoy. Okay, more. Cooking meals. Are you one of those people who cook meals only thinking about what other wants and what other people like or dislike? And, like a lot of us, we end up eating the scraps from our kids, or we end up eating what our kids like. A lot of times what we cook for our kids are things that we aren't really wanting to eat or aren't super healthy for you. So maybe you need to be your own hero there. What about your tennis shoes? How old are your tennis shoes? When was the last time you bought yourself a pair of tennis shoes versus buying a pair of shoes for your kids or someone else? Yeah, maybe that's one to look at. What about your health issues? Do you have health issues that you haven't looked at in for freaking ever? Do you have health issues and doctor appointments you need to make? Especially a lot of us now with COVID, a lot of us have been putting off a lot of health issues and putting off going to the doctor. And so maybe you need to just relentlessly pursue figuring out your health pieces, especially if you have a complex issue, especially if you have something that seems multifaceted and drags and drains your energy. That's even harder. And so you've really got to be your own, not only your own hero, you got to be your own superhero. Yeah. So go through this list again and think about, are you doing these things? Are you giving yourself permission to take care of yourself? Are you making sure that you make your own plans for your health and not doing it after everybody else has made their own plans? Are you spending some money on yourself? Are you thinking of yourself when you're grocery shopping? This is not self-centered stuff. This is 101. Take care of yourself. Are you cooking meals for yourself that are good for you? Do you have tennis shoes you're excited about? And have you looked into your health issues, and are you going to the doctor like you need to? Yeah, all of these things. Friends, you are worth it. You are worthy. This is so, so important. It's 101 basic stuff. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to get something to write with right now and make yourself a note of one thing, just one thing you're going to do today to begin to be your own hero. What are you going to do that'll jazz you? That'll be like, okay, I'm going to do this one thing for myself. And maybe it's scary. Maybe it feels self-centered. It's not. It's not. If you feel self-centered in it, you're wrong. It is not self-centered. But maybe it feels self-centered. But you're going to pick one thing and you're going to do it. And if you're scared about the response of anybody in your household, just tell them, be like, hey, I'm trying to figure out the self-care thing. It's going to be clunky. I don't have it all figured out yet, but no, my intention is good. I love all y'all in the house here. I love y'all to death. Just because I'm doing something for me doesn't mean that I love you any less. But I'm trying to take better care of myself. I almost guarantee you, they're going to say, thank God it's about time. If they don't, that's not your problem. If they naysay ya, oh man, you got to connect with me. We got stuff to work on, honey. So there you go. Be your own hero. You are worth it. You are worthy of being healthy and smiling. Take care, friends. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Did you know that I have group fitness classes designed for the very, very beginner? Check it out. Head on over to couch2active.com. Sign up for personal training, group fitness. It would be my honor to help you make this a reality at couch2active.com.